Hello, I'm the FanFic Critic. I read it, you listen. You want to know what's really interesting about fanfics? A lot of them are crossovers. Yes, like that god-awful E.T. on Gilligan's Island crossover. But you know, some crossovers are actually pretty good, and some of them are actually pretty unique. Some of them you would never think possible. Well, today, I'm looking right now at one shot out of a collection of them. These one-shots are from Inuyasha, and they cross over with various other shows or movies. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, yeah, I get it. Yeah, you guys, this is my haircut. Ta-da! I'm sure you noticed it's not exactly the same. I usually wear it up, and it's probably throwing you off, but you want to know what, guys? I want to get a haircut, I'm going to get a haircut. Do you honestly expect me to look the same in every single episode? It'd be boring. So think of this as a variety rush. Ta-da! Okay, so let's get off of that topic and get back on the topic. Okay. The series of one-shots, which I'm only going to be reading one of them, but this is the name of, the collection they're in. It's called The Red Threads of Love by ShadowFoxMoon. We're going to be taking a look at the first one-shot in here. And before we move forward, this is what the description is for this collection. A collection of crossover one-shots with different Kagome pairings. Kagome is one of the main characters in Inuyasha. Any Boshenen I thought would look good with her. We'll be featuring whatever anime/manga I've read or watched, and the ideas were too short to be continuous. Okay. So if you guys, decide to check this out for yourself, this story isn't a continuous story. Every chapter is a different one-shot. And I'm going to be taking a look at the first one, which is a Harry Potter/Inuyasha crossover. Although Harry Potter isn't really an anime, but we'll let that one slide. Okay, let's read the author's note. I do not own Harry Potter or Inuyasha. Small extra note, I have not read the book, so I'm sorry if I get anything wrong. But while I was recently watching the movies, an idea came to my mind. Not sure if it has yet to be used in an X-over yet. Okay, repeated use of the word yet. But having read one where the plot was similar. So if you have read one, please tell me about it. I have the idea intriguing me so much that I would like to read more of the same idea if someone has come up with it like me. Okay, now let's get to the main story. Harry Potter stood in his usual spot, staring at her like he always seemed to be doing for some reason or the other. I meant to say one. Even if he doesn't mean to, he would often catch himself looking at her as he passed, even when he was in the middle of a conversation with someone. If she looked his way, his mind would go completely blank and all he could do was stare deeper into her blue orbs. He wasn't completely sure what first attracted him to her, compared to all the others that were around her. Maybe it was her raven tresses that seemed to cascade down her body, flowing like water whenever she would move. Maybe it was her fair skin. Maybe it was her dark blue pools that seemed to look into your very soul when she locked eyes with you. Maybe it was the fact that she wasn't like the other picture-perfect beings around her. Maybe it was all the above, and much more. 1,000 times more. No, 10,000 times more things he could mention as he stared at her. He always has kept his distance from her, so she would not notice him watching. Would be rather embarrassed if she caught him like this. She gave a sigh, he knew this, though he could not hear it from his regular hiding spot. So Harry Potter is a stalker. Though he was so far away from her, he could always see the small movements she made. And by now he has watched her long enough to know that what each movement means. He saw how she exhaled, her chest deflating slightly, along with the lovely expression adoring her face. And that's how he knew she sighed. She seemed bored and alone. And after all this time watching her, he just now realized she wasn't really talking to anyone. The idea that she spent her time all alone made his chest tighten, and before he knew it, a frown appeared on his face. After giving it some thought, he smiled to himself and left, off to find something that she would enjoy. Okay, there's a line break, so that means passing time in the story. I don't see why you can't give it to her yourself. Hermione, he interrupted her. Please? His voice softened into a small whisper. After looking into his eyes, trying to figure him out, he guessed. She took a deep breath and sighed. All right, she finally agreed. Thank you. He couldn't stop the bright smile that appeared on his face and hugged her out of gratitude. She blinked in surprise by his sudden embrace before coughing and gently pushing him away. After dusting off the imaginary dirt from her robes, she shifted and then strolled away from him. He could only watch and fidget in nervousness from within the shadows as she approached her, his gift in her hand. Without wasting time, Hermione got straight to the point and started a conversation with her. Of course, the girl was taken aback by her sudden appearance, but then he watched as Hermione held up his gift for her to take. After a few tense moments for Harry, his heart almost jumping out of his chest in worry she would reject it, his breath caught in his throat when he saw her smile before reaching out and gently taking the gift. Hermione bowed to her before retreating, probably going to class. He witnessed the girl look down at his gift, before gently trailing her finger across the engravings on the cover. A soft smile appeared on her face as her eyes seemed to light up with joy.